Dear participants of the Arctic Circle, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to announce a new mission council of the Arctic Circle, the Global Arctic Mission Council. This is one way to have activities in between the annual gatherings. And also, this is a way to bring together experts from different stakeholders. So from the very beginning, the scientific community has played a very important role here. And this is the way how we would like to see that to be continued. Because there you will have the content. There you will have food for thoughts. And actually, the fact that the Arctic is globalized has been mentioned already several times here. Starting from the opening session, I was very impressed and pleased when Crown Princess Victoria mentioned that. Behind there is that in the second Arctic Circle Assembly, we launched the Global Arctic Project. And at that time, there were several questions that, well, is this relevant? But now, a few years later, we know that, yes, it was not only relevant, it was timely to have that. And since that, we have kept this theme there, and also it has been mentioned more and more. But then the question is that if it will become only a political slogan, it's not enough. And particularly for us, researchers, scholars, scientists, it's not enough at all. So we have to have their analyses, we have to have more discussion there, we have to think thoroughly what does it mean. So that's why this Global Arctic Mission Council, because it's an international platform, a network to bring together expertise on global and Arctic issues. For ethical, clear thinking across disciplines and across sectors, beyond unified states, beyond national borders, as well beyond mainstream media messages and narratives. So very much aim behind is to combine global and local, to have pan-Arctic perspective there, and to promote not only interdisciplinarity, meaning discussion between different disciplines, but also transdisciplinarity, meaning between the scientific community and policymakers, decision makers, and business people. And to make policy-relevant research agenda open discussion in order to gain better understanding of the global Arctic. So what are the impacts of grand environmental problems, big problems like climate change in the Arctic, but also what kind of implications there are worldwide. So how the changed globalized Arctic is impacting the rest of the world. And this part has not been studied thoroughly yet. So there is a lot to do there. And also, in order to establish a resilient structure for the Arctic by capacity building. And there, of course, we can learn a lot from other parts of the globe, but also other way around. Other parts of the globe can learn a lot from the Arctic. And I would mention like the high geopolitical stability. That is the reality still today. There are tensions, and of course it's changing, but it's still the mainstream narrative. And if we think about many other parts of the globe, yes, they would like to give a lot in order to achieve the same kind of situation, in order to have first political stability, in order to be able to build sustainable development and to go further good things for the people and societies. And then, okay, because we have that already, then the issue is how to maintain that. The global perspective is, of course, nothing new. I have here two maps. First this map, which is so often how the Arctic is described. So the Arctic is a distinctive region. It would make sense by many ways. So there is one ocean, and then there are two rimlands, and then archipelagos there. And this was, after the end of the Cold War, this was enough for a while. Yes, we would like to emphasize the circular relations there, which would make sense by many ways. But then came the fact that, yes, the Arctic is part of the globe. And that's why the interrelations between the Arctic and the rest of the world are so important. And now the question is that how we are able to support and promote discussion where we will go deeper and will analyze these interrelations. And this is where we think that we can play a role. So the Global Arctic Mission Council, where you have at this stage, at this phase, you have 10 members, experts from several fields, geographically representing different parts of the Arctic region, but also outside the Arctic region. So this is experimental process. This is first of all a process where we invite all those who are interested in to combine and think about and consider that what might be there in between these annual meetings. The Arctic Circle doesn't want to become an organization, no. But this is one way to keep on going on this discussion and bring something for the next annual meeting. And then interactivity, which is very important. I mean, it's dialogue as very good and useful method to rethink and to create a new kind of knowledge and then new ideas for the development. So all in all, this format is open still, it's flexible. The good thing is that we don't have yet fixed guidelines how to do that. And for us experts, that is exactly the right way. So it's very much based on our imagination and creativity, how we would like to develop that. And this is something where I invite all you who are interested in. The Arctic Circle's Secretariat will launch information a bit later, and then you can contact them, or you can contact the expert members of the Global Arctic Mission Council if you are interested in. And then we will have the first sessions or next sessions in these gatherings. Actually, we started already yesterday by the first breakout session of the Global Arctic Mission Council. And there was one interesting point of view there, that in the Arctic, there are more and more those from outside of the Arctic who are saying that, yes, we are Arctic stakeholders. And then the people who live in the Arctic are saying, particularly indigenous peoples, yes, but we are Arctic right holders. Thank you.